Hello, everyone. It's late September 2020, and these are Kids Orange Red apples from our orchard. You saw us harvest these if you watched our apple harvest video, but I wanted to do a quick tasting just to kind of talk a little bit about this apple. It's one that really should be grown more widely. As you can see, they're a beautiful, beautiful apple, a really neat mixture of red and orange, thus their name, Kids Orange Red. It's actually a cross between the original Red Delicious, which is called Hawkeye some places, and a Cox Orange Pippin, which is kind of thought of as one of the best flavored apples that you can grow. The only minus with a Cox Orange Pippin is it's apparently, I've never tried growing it, but from what I've heard, it's very, very susceptible to disease. And so this gives you the best of both worlds in one apple. And as I'm slicing, I'll just say there are a few blemishes on these apples, mostly because I spray pretty sparingly. So you spray more, you have fewer blemishes. Okay, let's begin the tasting. And here we have everything kind of laid out on our board. The apple, of course, Kids Orange Red from our orchard. Yay Toast, which is a type of cheese that's kind of caramely. And Mimolette, which is a very dry, kind of sharp cheese. And of course, we have our homemade Riesling. So one of the things you're going to notice about heirloom apples is that they are kind of multi-dimensional in flavor, and so while a lot of them aren't that, picture perfect round red or round green or round yellow apple, they have a sort of multi-layered flavor. When you think of a macaon, for example, you bite into a macaon, it's flowery and then nothing else. This apple has that floral quality. That's number one. You bite into it, you notice it right away. The flesh, as you can see here, is it's a fine fleshed apple. I would say medium firmness. It's not soft. It's certainly not soft, but it's not the most crisp apple. Although, as you can hear, there's a nice crunch to it. So, plenty crisp for me. I like a crisp apple, and this definitely lives up to that. So you get the floral quality, you get the crispness, and then you also get other dimensions. So as you bite into it, you notice sort of a pineapple quality, is the best way to describe it. And that's the combination, I think, of the acidity and the sweetness that comes through. So you get the floral note right away as soon as you bite in. You get that nice texture, and then behind it is this sort of pineapple-y acidity that is very, very nicely balanced with the sweetness. And so some apples, like I mentioned, many apples you buy in the grocery store, they're one note. A Granny Smith is one note. It's sour and crunchy. And that's about it. This apple, it's going to give you the sweetness, it's going to give you that nice acidity, and also it has that floral quality. I think those are the three things that really stick out. And then there's some other notes too, it's a little bit of spiciness in the background. It's sort of like wine, when you look at a wine tasting and all the things that are supposedly in the flavor of the wine. But I think the big three for this one, the nice crispness, the floral element to it, and then that kind of pineapple sweet acidity that makes one of my absolute favorite flavors in an apple. So this is definitely an apple worth growing. I highly, highly recommend it. It's in my top three for sure. Kids Orange Red, you grow this apple, you will not be disappointed.